And we have breaking news coming in, and this time it's coming in from the state of West Bengal. There's a setback to the Mamata Banerjee government right from the Calcutta High Court. About 5 lakh OBC certificates issued since 2011 will now be cancelled. And this case was made by RSS 14 years ago. The demand was that the castes which were in OBC category till 2010 should be cancelled and they should get reservation. Now let's go to Adrija, who has details of this very case. Adrija, it's a setback that's come in, but take our viewers through the background of this case.
Well, absolutely. You see, this is a setback that has come in from the Calcutta High Court now, who has issued that all the certificates of the OBC that were issued after the year 2010 now will be cancelled. However, the court have said that on the basis of humanitarian grounds, the jobs that people have received on the basis of these certificates, the OBC certificates that were issued to them by the state government, those jobs are not being cancelled on humanitarian grounds, but however the certificates remain cancelled till date after certificates issued after 2010 till date should remain cancelled. Also, the case that RSS had registered in Calcutta High Court a couple of years ago, they have in the case they have mentioned that all the people after 2010 who have got reservation, that is not right, that is not done in a correct manner, and they have also argued that all the people who should get reservation, the people who were a part of the OBC community, people who have been a part of this backward community, they are the only ones who should be getting the certificate, and therefore this case was registered in Calcutta High Court by RSS, and today the order has come in where all these certificates starting from 2011 till date will be cancelled.
So we're talking about 5 lakh OBC certificates, and there have been some allegations made in the past that these certificates were also given to members of different communities, from minority communities. Is that charge true? And if you could tell our viewers more about it.
Well, absolutely. You see, these charges that are coming in now from the petitioner's side, it was said that when the case was registered by RSS, it was mentioned that the certificates were issued in a wrongful manner. They were not given to the people who deserve it. They were not given to the correct people who belong to this particular backward classes, but on the basis of other things like minority community or their religion basis. So therefore, this case was registered by RSS to ensure that only the people who are eligible, who belong to the community, gets these certificates, and therefore the court today have passed the order mentioning that everyone after who has received the certificate after the year 2010 till date will be remain cancelled.
Now, so also take us through the observations that the High Court made, Adrija, while handing out this setback to the Mamata Banerjee government. Did the High Court go on to question that what was the basis on which these 5 lakh certificates were issued? Because here we're talking about cancellation of 5 lakh certificates. Stay with us. We have Shishir Bajoria of the Bharatiya Janata Party joining us. Big setback coming in, Mr. Bajoria, to the Mamata Banerjee government. 5 lakh OBC certificates issued since 2011. The Calcutta High Court has gone on to say that they must be cancelled. The allegation was that all these certificates weren't in fact given to just members of the OBC community. They were given to others as well. What's your first reaction, sir?
My very first reaction, this is not just a setback for Mamata government. Mamata government, from the day they have come, 2011, they have excelled in making fakes. They have excelled. And I'll just enumerate 3 of the fakes. 25 fake job cards in Manrega, 5 lakh OBC fake cards, as you see, 15 lakh fake voters. That is from the very quick examination which we did. 15 lakh fake voters. Who did it? Their officers did it. Now here, who are the sufferers? Let us analyze the sufferers. As far as the Trinamool Mamata government is concerned, it's on its way out. Let's analyze the sufferers. Those who have received fake cards, they have received it for hefty sums of money. And now they will lose their opportunity. Second, another big set of sufferers are those sufferers who, because of these fake cards generated for some people who bought them, there are a lot of equal number of genuine people who were denied these cards and denied jobs and denied incomes.
All right.
So this is the state of affairs.
Mr. Bajoria, please stay with us on the phone line because we also have the first reaction coming in from the Trinamool Congress, and that's Riju Datta joining us. Good afternoon, Mr. Datta. The Calcutta High Court handing in a setback. 5 lakh OBC certificates issued in the state of West Bengal from 2011 have now been cancelled, and there were observations that were made during the hearing that the way in which the certificates were given were possibly unconstitutional. What's your first reaction? Will you challenge the order?
See, first thing, the official reaction of the Trinamool Congress is we do not accept this order in a way that we do not, we are definitely challenging this. We saw how the Calcutta High Court cancelled the job of 26,000 teachers in Bengal, and that was stayed, right now it is stayed in the Supreme Court. So let me give you some insights. This was done by one Upen Biswas. The surveys have been done before. It has been implemented by following all the rules of OBC reservation. The OBC reservation was passed in the cabinet, the assembly, and there is a court verdict on that as well. So definitely we are going to challenge this order. However, everybody, see, this is exactly what the Prime Minister has been saying from public stages. That, your OBC reservations, where we will be, Tapashili reservations will be given to minorities. See, this is all this UCC implementation, steps to UCC implementation, where all rights will be taken away from the common people, tribal, OBC, SC and ST. We are not going to accept this.
Mr. Datta, stay with us because we also have Mr. Bajoria who's continuing to stay with us. You heard the Trinamool Congress's reaction, Mr. Bajoria. The TMC is saying that they do not accept this order and they will definitely challenge it. And they're also alluding it to the speeches of the Prime Minister when it comes to what the Prime Minister has been saying about OBC reservation. How do you counter the Trinamool Congress today?
My friend from Trinamool named a particular gentleman called Mr. Upen Biswas. Mr. Upen Biswas was an MLA for 5 years. Which party did he represent? And now why blame anything? As far as what the Prime Minister said, the Honorable Prime Minister simply pointed out what is going on in the state. In the state of West Bengal, there is nothing, I repeat, nothing, once audits are done, which will come out as truth.
All right.
Everything here is a fake.
So everything, thank you, Mr. Bajoria, for joining us. So big setback there coming in for the Mamata government. But it's also important to point here, like the Trinamool Congress went on to mention that they will challenge this order in a higher court. The High Court today said that those who got jobs on the basis of these OBC certificates that were issued from 2011 will not lose their jobs, and this is going to happen on humanitarian grounds. Adrija continues to stay with us. Adrija, before we got the Bharatiya Janata Party representative and the Trinamool Congress representative on the phone line, I was asking you about the observations that was made in the Calcutta High Court. If you could tell our viewers about it when it comes to this particular case of cancellation of the 5 lakh OBC certificates.
Well, absolutely. You see, in this entire matter, the case has been going on for several years now. And as I was telling you that the case was registered years ago by the RSS, issuing the statement that, this entire investigation that was, entire survey that was done by the West Bengal state government officers. And therefore, they feel that the eligible person were not given away these certificates. Yes. And therefore, this case was registered.
Stay with us, Adrija, interjecting you because we also have another, we have Sukanta Majumdar of the Bharatiya Janata Party joining us. Good afternoon, Mr. Majumdar. The Calcutta High Court has handed a setback to the Mamata government. 5 lakh OBC certificates issued from the year 2011 do stand cancelled. Trinamool Congress says they will challenge the order. What's your first response?
They will challenge the order in the Supreme Court. It was quite obvious. But the thing is that for the last few years, we were shouting that it is illegal because the Constitution of India does not permit any kind of reservation on the basis of religion. But the West Bengal state government, the TMC-led state government, they have given this reservation of OBC, and they have divided OBC into 2 categories, OBC subcategories, OBC A and OBC B. And they have included all the Muslims.
Yes.
Most of the Muslims, 90%, more than 90% Muslims in OBC A. Even a few months ago, you can remember that the OBC Commission also raised this question, and they have asked the state of West Bengal that on the basis of what you have given this reservation. They have replied that at that time that these people used to be in Hindu community, and they, on the basis of their caste, we have given the reservation. Then OBC Commission asked another question, the leading question, when they have been converted to Muslim, and how so many Hindu they have been converted to Muslim within few years. At that time they were speechless. They are quite they were mum. The state government was mum, and now the whole thing came into the surface, and it is quite obvious that on the basis of religion you cannot permit any kind of reservation. So we are also hoping that when the state government will approach the Supreme Court, the ultimate verdict will come similar to the High Court, that on the basis of religion you cannot give them.
So, Mr. Majumdar, for viewers just joining us on this broadcast, and for those who possibly do not understand who possibly are not well versed, because this is an old case, well versed with the history of the case, today you are alleging that out of these 5 lakh OBC certificates that were given, there was a category made in which members of the minority community were also given OBC certificates.
Yes.
All
actually, right. State of West Bengal, they have divided this OBC 17% OBC reservation into 2 subcategories. One is OBC A and another is OBC B. Under this OBC A, they have included all the Muslims of the state, and that is the problem. Because our constitution that does not permit any kind of reservation on the basis of religion. So obviously the court has given the correct verdict.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Majumdar, for joining us. The Bharatiya Janata Party coming out and making a huge charge against the Trinamool Congress. They are saying that in the garb of giving OBC certificates, the state government made 2 categories, in which one category saw the inclusion of a number of members of the minority community. And that itself was questioned by the OBC Commission, and that itself also came up in the court during the hearing. So we're getting you details of what happened in the Calcutta High Court. It's a setback, and this case is bound to have larger implications in the state of West Bengal and also in national politics.